channel. Today I have a special guest with me. This is my aunt, Christa, and today we are going to be doing a get ready with us.
Probably very chatty.
Yeah. We have all of our makeup laid out in front of us, and we are just going to be putting it all on and just kind of chatting and talking to each other, and yeah. So that's essentially it. We're going to go ahead and pull our hair back, and then we will be ready to go.
We are ready.
Okay, so I'm going to start off by priming my face. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, and she's also going to use some of it because she doesn't have a primer with her today.
Since I'm traveling, I left a lot of my makeup at home, so I have very little with me, but I'm going to do the best I can with what I have and borrow a little bit. But seeing that she is so much younger, we have completely different types of texture. I have way too much texture.
I have no texture at all.
No, you have like perfectly smooth, beautiful skin. So
I do get
it's
oily
nice.
on my forehead and oily around my nose though.
I do too, a little bit. But sometimes I get so dry that it's like cakey, like my foundation will cake up.
Yeah.
Or I get big flakes like on the side of my nose, and it's horrible. It looks really bad. So I try to keep myself moisturized. I usually use this Kiehl's daily moisturizer, and it really works really well during the day. And then at night I use Drunk Elephant. Is the brand that I use.
I heard good things about that brand, but they were like
they're very
super expensive. Like
so,
$90 for one product expensive.
So I usually,
but people say that they get really good results from them though.
So far so good. I mean, sometimes I'm a slacker, I must admit. So I may not do it every night. I know I should. I do believe if I did it more often, it would be absolutely a miracle worker.
Yeah.
So I just need to get in a better habit of doing it.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to foundation. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Porcelain.
And I'm using the Cogendo in 012. Unfortunately, they don't have a name. It's just numbered. So it's 012.
Yes.
I think it's one of the palest ones with a little bit of pink in it. I have a little bit of pinkish. I'm very fair, but I have pink undertones.
Yeah.
So,
fun fact, my aunt actually bought this for me yesterday.
yes.
So
I wanted her to try it. I thought it would look good. So, being that she's very pale right now.
I have the Wet n Wild foundation already, but I got it in the summer, so it's a little bit too dark for me right now. So actually getting a lighter shade, it was quite the advantage. So
Yeah, that was perfect timing. Now, I usually use a beauty blender. I'm not as big of a fan as a brush.
yeah, I like to use a sponge. Yeah.
I like just how the finish looks, but I didn't bring one. So for now, I'm going to use a brush. I'm borrowing this Tarte brush, and it's actually really nice.
It is. It's really nice and soft.
To be honest, I think I have it at home. I just haven't used it. I am kind of a makeup hoarder. So now that I've used it, I'm definitely going to use it again.
The thing I like about the Wet n Wild foundation is that it's got nice coverage. I would say it's not completely full coverage, but it's like you can build it up. But just the finish of it is really nice, and it's not too shiny, but it's also not too matte. So it's just like the perfect finish.
Now this is a good way to compare it because this is very expensive, and that is very inexpensive.
Yeah, this is like $5.99.
Let's see whose actually looks like better. Now, obviously, your skin is better to begin with. This is a very light, hydrating foundation. See, that looks great. I've heard such good things about it. It looks really good on your skin.
Almost done. Just got
Yeah, that's okay.
finish
Take your
my
time.
forehead.
Take your time. Now, Tarte. This is absolutely my favorite brand. I'd say Tarte, then Too Faced. But I do also like Pat McGrath. I have a few things from good old Pat. And I do have some Becca. Becca is also wonderful, but they don't have as many things as Tarte does.
Yeah, Tarte has like it all.
No.
Speaking of Tarte, I'm using one of their palettes as a mirror today. So, you know.
That's another palette that I always looked at. I didn't get that one yet. But looking at it, I like it a lot, so I may end up getting it. This one is, I call it the Bubble Palette. It's technically called the Buried Treasure. I think Sephora and Ulta just had it on sale during Christmas. So it may be sold out. But if you go onto Tarte's website, I believe you can still get it.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer and just pop it underneath my eyes real quick. I'm using the, what is it, Maybelline Fit Me in Fair.
I don't know why I didn't bring my concealer up here. It's in my suitcase. But I normally use Naked Urban Decay. That's just the best. I also have Shape Tape, but I prefer Urban Decay. It's just so much lighter. And I don't have massive dark circles. I have more of an issue of puffiness. So I just try not to emphasize that. So what I'm going to move on to is actually, I'm going to start my eyes.
I've wanted to get the Tarte Shape Tape for like forever now, and we've tried to get my shade, but it's always sold out, so.
The one I'm using right now is called Booty, and I'm using a Smith 230 brush.
Now I'm going to go ahead and powder my face real quick, and I'm going to use the Lancome Dual Finish powder in Matte Porcelain. A lot of the back is like come off, so it's hard to read because it's been through a lot. This is actually her powder first, and then she gave it to my mom, and then my mom gave it to me because my mom doesn't really use it.
It's an excellent powder.
Like
I didn't give it away because I didn't like it. I actually love it, and I have it at home. But my sister was trading me a Smashbox Halo
something.
It was
it's like the powder foundation.
It's like a it was a very supposed to be moisturizing powder, so I felt like I should give her mine.
And it's a really nice powder.
So
and Lancome is like an expensive brand, so
yeah, it's nice. They have a lot of nice products.
I love their mascara. The what is it, Monsieur or something like that? I don't know, but I just got it recently, and I like a little sample size of it, and I really like it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not sure of the names.
Yeah, because
they're just, that's why they do it for that. You know, they make it sound all fancy. The next one I'm going to use, I'm going to put Coin in my crease.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyes, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline City Mini palette in Chill Brunch Neutrals. It's like purpley tones, and I really, really like them a lot. It's very similar to that palette, actually. Once she's done, she can turn it around and like show you, but they're very similar shades, actually, which is quite cool. There's like the purpley, you know, tones in both palettes, and you know.
Yeah, that's actually maybe a less expensive.
A less expensive version
alternative
of it, and so they're almost dupes for each other.
Very similar.
I'm gonna go ahead and take the cream shade in this palette and apply that all over my eyelid. These shades, I don't think have names, do they? No. Their names are Base, Crease, Crease, Lid, and Liner.
Which, you can follow it, but
you
don't have to follow it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I did Booty on my eyelid, and then I did Coin in the crease. And I would like to add a little bit of... First I want to kind of blend this out a little bit more, but then I think I'm going to add a little tiny dab of this purpley, dark purple, because I want to use that as more of my eyeliner.
For me, the shade that is supposed to be a crease shade is like this sparkly, like, bronzy shade, but I don't normally tend to use, like, shimmery shades in my crease. I go for more matte shades, and then I'll place a shimmery shade all over my eyelid. So now I'm going to take this mauvey purple right here, right next to the shimmery, with a Morphe crease brush, and just apply that into my crease.
This is actually a Sephora Pro Crease brush in number 10. This is actually one of my favorite brushes. I love the Smith brushes. They are amazing. So this one I got on sale, and it was $11. I feel like that was reasonable. And this brush for $11 has blown me away with how good it is.
A lot of the brushes that I use are the, because for Christmas I got the Morphe vegan brush set. And I wanted Morphe brushes for like a long time now, and I just like haven't gotten any. And when they came to Ulta, I was like, yeah, this is going to be the time to get them, because, you know, they're going to be more accessible to people who maybe don't necessarily know about the Morphe website and things like that. So having their brand come to Ulta, I feel like was a really smart decision for them, because now more people are going to be, you know, shown to their brand, and more people are going to know about it.
And you can see the brushes in person. You can't see them on the website as well, so it is nice to have the option to look at it before you buy it.
See, like with this, the M510, I actually thought this was more of like an eyeshadow brush when I saw it online, because of how
it looks like.
Small it, like it looks really small, but it's actually like, it's a really nice highlighting brush, and I was happy to get that either way, because it's just a really nice brush. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to take a shade from this Tarte palette real quick. I'm going to use this sort of like pinky toned shade right here. I think it might have a name.
Okay.
Payday. That's what it's called. Payday, and it's this like pinky
pretty
shade. And I'm just going to apply that like right below that purpley shade that I just applied to give that has no mirror in it, to give my eye a little bit more dimension.
Alex is amazing. She's very young, and she does an excellent job at makeup. So
Well,
I do have to say I'm very proud of her.
You're not too bad at your skills that you have too.
Oh, thank you. I've had more time to practice, but I just kind of got into more trying to use more where you use a base, you know, primer, foundation, contouring, blush, highlight. You know, I used to be much more natural about things and would just a little bit of like a natural color on my lids and maybe a little slight highlight under the brow and eyeliner and mascara, and then usually I would always use a natural color lipstick. Nowadays they always call them nudes, but when I was younger they were always called natural.
Yeah.
So that's usually what I would do, and that would be it.
I'm just taking the deeper purple shade from the Maybelline palette again and just applying that to my outer V of my eye to smoke it out. I like to do more like, I don't know, I've just been really into like the smoky eyes lately.
I like the smoky eye too. I use Dive. Sorry, I didn't announce this one either. It's a Morphe E24 pencil brush. So I use Dive and the pencil brush under my eyes and a little bit in just the very corner of my crease. And I feel good about that. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my mascara. And normally I would do my eyeliner, but I don't have any with me, and I'm good with just doing mascara sometimes. This one is pretty vulgar. It has awesome packaging.
I'm going to go ahead and take this like purpley gray shade and apply that all over my eyelid. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner real quick. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise Eye Studio black eyeliner. It's a liquid liner. I love this so much. It's a really good liquid liner. And I've gotten so much better at eyeliner. It's not even funny.
It is. It just takes practice. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into my Becca. And this is the Champagne Splits. So I have Champagne Pop and Flower Child. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with the Champagne Pop.
I want to try that highlighter so bad because it's Jaclyn Hill.
I mean, yes, we definitely all know who does Champagne Pop. I don't know. You can borrow it. I don't mind.
I have the Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette, and oh my goodness, it's like one of the best eyeshadow palettes I own because it has so many shades and literally you can do any eye look with it. Like just recently on my channel I posted the blue smoky eye tutorial using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and oh my gosh, it's just a really good palette overall. So I'm going to go ahead and move to my face, and I'm going to apply my blush and my highlighter and my bronzer. I'm using a new brush. I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush, which she also bought me yesterday because it was on sale.
And it's a great brush.
And
I love
it's like so fluffy.
It's really nice.
And I just love the
blush,
packaging for these. I feel like for blush it might be like a little.
It does well with blush, but it also does well with powder too. It's very universal.
I'm gonna use the Tarte blush from this palette, the Ladies Night palette, in the color Glammed. It's like a very like neutrally pink blush. I like it.
This pink looks like it's gonna be really dark pink, but it's not real bad. For my highlighting, of course, the Champagne Pop, I used the Morphe M510. Best highlighting brush ever.
Yes, I have that brush too, and dude,
I'll never go to anything else. This one is just absolutely
I used
perfect.
to use a fan brush. I have a Morphe fan brush, and I also have a Tarte fan brush. But I seem to always just go back to the M510 brush because it's just so good.
The other ones just aren't. It's just not quite right. This is the only one I found that works exactly the way I want it to.
And oh my goodness, if you've never tried a Tarte blush, be very careful because they are very pigmented and you can go overboard like really fast. I did that one time when I was filming a video and I was like, yeah, I look like a clown. It wasn't my best. But, you know, I feel like almost if you're using the correct brush, it helps a lot. Like if you're using a good like brush for whatever, you know, you're doing, I think that helps a lot.
It does. This is another Morphe brush, E4. Another amazing Morphe brush.
Now I'm going to go ahead and bronze my face using the bronzer that's in this palette, and that is called Happiest Hour. And I'm going to be using my Morphe flat top bronzer brush because it has no name. So.
Alright, now packaging. I can't get rid of it. So I'm probably going to always keep
I feel like Pat McGrath stuff always like will take the cake for me.
It just is really cool. And I just love you get, if I can get it out of here, you do get a pencil sharpener and lip liner. So I've been keeping it together. I'll try coming from the other side. Because there we go. Alright, so pencil sharpener comes with it. Love it. And then this is Buff. Pat McGrath Labs Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil in the color Buff. So let me get a mirror.
I am stealing the Becca highlighter.
Go for
I'm going
it.
to use Champagne Pop because I feel like it. Ugh, dude, everybody loves this highlighter, and I'm like, honestly,
it's nice. I mean, it is a nice highlighter.
It looks like online. It definitely looks a lot more like champagne-y toned, and I mean, it's not like it's not champagne-y toned like when you get it, but it's a lot oranger than like you would initially think. But it's like real pretty.
It's pretty. Sometimes I like them a little bit more. I have more of a white.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm so pale.
I like champagne
So it's
highlighters.
not
Those are
so-
like my favorite.
Absolutely so blatant. I mean, sometimes I want a blinding highlight, but there are times that I just don't. So it just depends, but I'll always keep that. I would definitely use it.
Oh, dude, this is so pretty.
Alright, and like I said, packaging, I just can't get over it, so I'm going to keep it as long as possible. Now, of course, it is made out of like cardboard, so I don't know if it'll hold up forever, but I also got a lipstick from Pat McGrath.
Alright, real quick, I'm going to fill in my brows with the It Cosmetics Brow Power Brow Pencil.
I never do my brows. I'm horrible at it. Whenever I try to do brow, I feel like I look like Groucho Marx. I really do. It's bad. I feel like they were way too much. It's like,
see, when
I'm just so not used to it.
The first time I did my eyebrows, I was like,
I need somebody that really knows how
that was
to
a little
do it.
dark. See, I'm not like, what did I just do?
Did you just put it on?
I just about like poke myself in the face with my eyebrow pencil. But I just like, I don't know.
Did you already put mascara on?
No.
Jeez, you have long eyelashes.
Nope.
Alright, so once again, packaging. Beautiful.
I think
See the
Pat
lips?
McGrath always wins the award for packaging.
I just love it. I think it's
well,
so cute.
that and Too Faced. Too Faced is,
Yeah, they have some pretty amazing stuff too. And Tarte. I think Tarte's is so pretty. So this is the color. It's in number 405, Realness. And this is the Luxe Trance. So it's not the matte version. It's the Luxe Trance version. So I think it's just a little more hydrating.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like matte lipsticks, but it's just after a while, it's very drying.
Unfortunately, as you get older, things seem to dry out much faster. So even though the matte looks good, I feel like it does, my lips end up being really chapped after I wear matte lipsticks and stuff afterwards. So I have a lot of it, but I find myself always gravitating towards something more moisturizing.
I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I love this stuff so much. I hate when I do that. I just got mascara on my upper eyelid. Fun.
The only bad thing about having bangs, you do things like that, you pull them back for a little bit and then they turn into craziness. They start to curl, they start to do weird things.
Okay, so the last thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to set our face using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. I love this stuff. It's very hydrating and
Definitely what I need.
I love it so much. So, perfect.
Alright, let me do the same thing here.
Oh, one thing that I forgot to do was put some eyeliner in my waterline because I always do that, and I just didn't.
It smells pretty good.
It smells like oranges. I like citrus.
It's citrusy, yeah.
That and then
Nice.
the Pixie Glow Mist. Yeah, those are like two of my favorite setting sprays. I'm going to get the All Nighter and try that and MAC Fix Plus. So, I'm going to try those.
I have Fix Plus. I have the All Nighter. I have the chill version of it also. And I have the Makeup Forever Fix something or other.
Whatever the Makeup Forever
I forget what
spray
it's
is.
called. It's like Prep and Fix or something like that.
Maybe Prep and Prime.
Prep and Prime it might be. I just recently got it, so I can't remember the name exactly. But Sephora always has nice little kits. You can get sample versions, or you can get, right now, you get the foundation, and then it'll give you a setting spray and a primer with it.
Yeah.
Small versions of them. And then the original big size of the foundation.
Yeah.
And it's like $40-something, which is, I think the
Price
foundation is
of,
like
the
38, so it's only a
foundation,
little
so
bit
it's
more.
like,
It's
and then
definitely,
you get the
it's
two
definitely
extra
worth
things.
it. Yeah, it's worth it.
Alright, so for my lips today, I'm not doing anything because right now I have a cold sore, so
Yeah, poor
I
thing.
don't want to infect my lipsticks, and I don't have any bandages to put over it. So, yeah. If you guys want to see a video on how I deal with those and what I do when I have my cold sore cover-ups, maybe I can just kind of do like a chatty video explaining to you guys what I do with that situation when it happens.
Just leave a comment below if you want to see that.
Yep.
Give this video a thumbs up.
Yep.
Please subscribe
Yep.
to my channel as well as Alex's channel. My name is Christa Arnold. One of these days I'll set it up better, but go ahead, subscribe. I'd love it. forever. Thank you.
So that'll be it for us today, you guys. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have a lot of fun whenever she comes to visit, and we hang out and we talk about makeup. And
yeah, she's definitely the favorite aunt. I love coming. I hate leaving. It's really hard. We'll do this again. So maybe some in the spring or the summer, and we will definitely make a few more videos.
Yep.
So hope you liked them, and like I said, give them a thumbs up and please subscribe.
So, yep, that is it for us. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.